Success begins in the mind. Your greatest enemy or your greatest ally lives inside your skull. If you fail to train it, the world will do it for you, and the world will train you to settle, to shrink, to surrender. But if you brainwash yourself with the right principles, you can rise beyond every limit. Control your thoughts. That is where everything begins. If you cannot command what runs through your mind, you are already defeated before you even step into the arena of life. Every man or woman who has ever risen to greatness learned this truth. The mind is a servant, and it will either serve your doubts or it will serve your destiny. Left alone, it absorbs the noise of the world, fear, weakness, excuses, mediocrity. But trained, sharpened, and disciplined, it becomes the most powerful force on earth. Most people let their minds run wild. They allow negative thoughts to live rent-free. They replay failures. They imagine problems. They accept limits that were planted in them by others. You are not most people. If you want success, if you want victory, then you must brainwash yourself. You must take full control of your mental state and flood it only with the beliefs, the visions, and the commands that move you forward. Repeat this truth until it becomes unshakable. You are the master of your mind. When fear whispers, you silence it. When doubt knocks, you slam the door. When excuses rise, you crush them with action. You take every thought and bend it to your will, because nothing is more dangerous than a mind left uncontrolled. Thoughts shape actions, actions build habits, habits carve destiny. If the root is poisoned, the fruit will never grow. Guard the root, protect the soil of your mind. Once you seize control, the next step is programming your beliefs. The subconscious mind is powerful, but it does not choose, it obeys. Feed it weakness, and you will act weak. Feed it greatness, and you will act great. This is why affirmations are not just empty words. They are commands to your inner world. Every day, repeat who you are becoming until your mind no longer questions it. Say it until it feels inevitable. Tell yourself you are unstoppable, you are disciplined, you are destined to succeed. At first it feels forced, then it feels familiar, then it becomes reality. This is the formula of the successful. They program themselves until success is no longer a question but an identity. And identity is built not only by words but by pictures. The imagination is the workshop of the mind. What you see inside, you will one day see outside. You must visualize victory with such intensity that your subconscious has no choice but to obey. Picture yourself closing the deal, delivering the speech, building the empire, changing your life. See the results so vividly that your body responds as if it is already done. The world outside cannot resist a mind that has already experienced victory within. Your vision becomes a magnet, pulling reality into alignment. What you have already lived 1,000 times in your imagination. But no vision survives a toxic environment. Success demands you surround yourself with power. Look at the people around you. Do they lift you higher or pull you lower? Do they fill your mind with courage or with fear? Every conversation is programming. Every friendship is influence. If you spend your time with small thinkers, you will shrink. If you stay in an environment of doubt, your belief will rot. But if you surround yourself with giants, your own mind will stretch. Success is contagious. So is failure. Choose your environment with absolute ruthlessness, because your destiny depends on it. And just as important as what you add to your mind is what you subtract. The world is full of poison, disguised as entertainment, distraction, and comfort. Every scroll, every meaningless video, every negative headline is brainwashing you for failure. You cannot feed on garbage and expect greatness. You must cut it off. Refuse to allow weakness to enter your system. Refuse to waste hours on distractions designed to keep you average. Protect your mental diet like your life depends on it, because it does. What you feed grows. What you starve dies. Starve the doubt, the fear, the noise, and watch your strength explode. But none of this matters if you do not act. Thought without action is a dream. Vision without action is fantasy. Affirmations without action are lies. The final stage of brainwashing yourself for success is relentless, disciplined execution. Every day you take steps that prove your thoughts are real. You train your body to obey the commands of your mind. You act even when you don't feel like it. You act even when fear is loud. You act until your actions and your beliefs merge into one undeniable reality. The world does not reward intentions, it rewards results. And results come only from action. So understand this truth: you are already being brainwashed. From the moment you wake up, the world floods you with messages. Most of them are designed to make you small, weak, and dependent. They want you tired, distracted, and broke. If you do nothing, you lose. If you do not take control, you are controlled. The only way out is to seize the steering wheel of your own mind, to brainwash yourself for success before the world brainwashes you for failure. Control your thoughts, program your beliefs, see your victory. Surround yourself with power, destroy negative input, and act without hesitation. Do these things, and success will no longer be a question. It will be a certainty. Remember this line: the mind is your greatest weapon, but only if you master it. If you fail to master it, it will master you. The choice is yours. Repeat success beliefs daily. That is the secret most people ignore. The mind is not built to hold greatness naturally. It must be fed over and over again until it no longer doubts, until it no longer argues, until success becomes its natural state. Every day, Rom. The moment you rise, your mind begins to absorb messages from the world. Most of them are poisonous. Fear from the news, weakness from the crowd, doubt from the people who quit on their own dreams. If you do not replace those voices with your own, they will control you. And the only way to replace them is through constant, deliberate repetition of the beliefs that build power. Your subconscious mind does not think, it obeys. It is the soil where every seed grows. Plant enough weeds in it, and your life becomes a field of failure. Plant enough strength in it, and your life becomes a garden of victory. The subconscious does not care what you feed it, it only multiplies. That is why repeating success beliefs daily is not just motivation, it is mental warfare. You are training the invisible forces of your mind to obey you, not the world. At first it feels fake. At first your mind resists. You say, "So I am strong," and the voice inside whispers, "No, you're not." You say, "So I am destined for greatness," and doubt laughs back. But if you keep repeating, if you keep hammering the same truth into your mind, something shifts. The inner critic begins to weaken, the inner believer begins to rise. Repetition beats resistance. Over time, the subconscious stops fighting and starts following. You rewire your identity one word at a time. This is how every champion is built. They brainwash themselves into unshakable belief. While the world says it's impossible, they have already told themselves it's inevitable. While the doubters whisper failure, they are shouting victory inside their minds. They have trained themselves so deeply that belief is no longer a choice, it is automatic. And once belief becomes automatic, success becomes unstoppable. Words are not empty, words are commands. Every time you speak, you are instructing your subconscious. Say you are tired and your body will collapse. Say you are strong and your body will find energy. Say you are unlucky and life will PR. Oh, you right. Say you are blessed and opportunity will appear. This is not superstition, it is psychology. The subconscious filters your reality to match what you repeat. That is why your beliefs must be repeated until they dominate every corner of your mind. But repetition is not just about words, it is about emotion. Saying "I am successful" in a flat tone is useless. You must speak it with force, with feeling, with certainty. You must say it until your body reacts, until your chest tightens, until your mind believes it has already happened. The more emotion you attach, the faster the belief burns into your subconscious. This is why rituals matter. Every morning, stand tall, breathe deep, and declare who you are becoming. Do it again at night. Do it again when you fail. Do it again when you win. Hammer it into your brain until it no longer fades. Understand this: the world is already repeating failure beliefs daily. Every advertisement tells you what you lack. Every critic tells why. Oh, what you cannot do. Every distraction whispers that you are not enough. If you are not deliberate, you will be brainwashed into weakness. The only antidote is to brainwash yourself into strength. Just as water shapes stone through repetition, your words shape your mind. Every day you repeat, every day you reinforce, every day you reprogram your destiny. Do not underestimate how long it takes. You have lived for years with beliefs that were not yours, beliefs planted by teachers, parents, friends, and failures. You will not erase them overnight, but daily repetition is stronger than old programming. Every day you choose to speak success, you carve away the old identity and build a new one. Inch by inch, thought by thought, you reconstruct the person you were meant to be. And once the belief is burned deep enough, something miraculous happens. You no longer need to force it. It becomes automatic. You wake up expecting success. You step into challenges expecting to win. You walk into rooms expecting respect. That is the power of repetition. It creates certainty so strong that the world cannot argue with it. The world bends to those who are certain. So ask yourself, what beliefs are you repeating daily? Are you repeating weakness or power? Are you feeding fear or feeding courage? Are you telling yourself the story of a victim or the story of a conqueror? Your life will mirror whatever you choose to repeat. Repeat success beliefs daily. Do it when you're tired. Do it when you're broke. Do it when you're afraid. Do it when you're winning. Do it until you no longer remember the old you, because the old you was built on doubt, and the new you is built on victory. Remember this, belief is not something you wait for. It is something you create, and you create it by repetition. The mind cannot resist a command spoken with persistence and power. The world cannot resist a man or woman who believes without question. If you want success, then repeat it until it is carved into your bones. Repeat it until your subconscious obeys. Repeat it until there is no other option but victory. Your mind is listening right now. What will you tell it? Visualize victory. If you cannot see it in your mind, you will never hold it in your hand. Every achievement in history was born twice, first in the imagination, then in reality. The skyscraper began as a picture in the mind of the architect. The empire began as a vision in the heart of the leader. The championship trophy was lifted first in the mind of the athlete long before the crowd ever saw it. This is the law of creation, thought first, then form. And those who fail to see victory inside will never touch it outside. Most people never rise because they see only failure. They imagine problems, they replay defeats, they visualize the worst possible outcome, and the subconscious mind obeys. They walk into opportunities already defeated. They live small because their vision is small. But you are not meant for that. You am. Train your imagination to work for you, not against you. You must build such a vivid picture of your success that the world itself begins to bend to your vision. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. That is the secret the average person ignores. When you visualize yourself winning, when you see yourself closing the deal, when you imagine yourself standing victorious, your body reacts as if it is happening now. Your heartbeat rises, your focus sharpens, your nerves prepare. You are rehearsing success, and repetition of that rehearsal makes it inevitable. By the time reality arrives, you have already lived it 1,000 times in your mind. Victory is no longer a question, it is a memory being repeated. But you must be clear. A blurred vision produces blurred results. Do not just say you want success, see it. See the exact picture. What does it look like to live the life you desire? Where are you standing? Who is around you? What sounds do you hear? What emotions rush through you? The sharper the picture, the stronger the pull. Your vision must become a magnet that drags you out of excuses, out of weakness, and into action. This is why the greats lived differently. While most people see obstacles, they see opportunities. While most people focus on what could go wrong, they focus on what will go right. They have already walked through the victory in their minds, so when the battle comes, they are not shaken. They are not surprised. They are not intimidated. They act with certainty because they have already won in their imagination. Your mind is a projector, and your life is the screen. Whatever movie you play inside will appear outside. If you keep replaying failure, that is the scene you will live. If you keep replaying weakness, that is the script you will follow. But if you play the movie of victory every day, if you see yourself winning again and again, your actions will begin to align with that picture. You will speak why, confidence. You will walk with power. You will act as if success is guaranteed. And when you act that way long enough, the world has no choice but to give you what you have already accepted inside. Do not underestimate this power. Entire empires have been built on nothing more than a vision held with unbreakable faith. Entire fortunes have been created by people who saw riches in their mind before they saw a single dollar in their hand. Entire movements have been launched because one person closed their eyes and saw a better future, then refused to let go of that picture until it became real. Visualization is not daydreaming. Daydreaming is passive. Visualization is active, disciplined, intentional. It is the daily practice of living your victory before it arrives. It is stepping into the future you want with such intensity that the present begins to obey. It is not wishing, it is programming. When you visualize long enough, you convince your subconscious, and when the subconscious, convinced, your actions follow without resistance. You work harder, you endure longer, you take risks you would never take if you were uncertain. Belief becomes instinct. Instinct creates momentum. Momentum creates reality. This is why you must visualize every single day. Do it when you wake up, before the world poisons your mind. Do it before you sleep so your dreams carry you forward. Close your eyes and see the life you demand. Do not just think it, feel it. Feel the freedom, the strength, the power of already being there. Burn it so deep into your imagination that the present cannot shake it loose. Understand this, the world is always trying to force its vision on you. Advertisers show you visions of what you lack. Critics show you visions of why you will fail. Society shows you visions of limit, scarcity, and fear. If you do not replace those visions with your own, you will live trapped in theirs. But once you master your imagination, you break free. You are no longer a victim of what you see. You become the creator of what will be. Visualize victory, not once, not twice, but daily. See it in the morning, see it in the evening, see it when you are weak, see it when you are strong. See it until the vision is more real than the struggle. See it until doubt disappears. See it until the world itself is forced to agree with what you already know inside. Because the truth is this, the battle is won in the mind before it is ever fought in the world. If you cannot win it inside, you will never win it outside. But if you live the victory now, if you see it with unshakable clarity, then no obstacle can stand in your way. Your future belongs to the vision you hold today. Visualize victory and then go make it real. This speech runs about 800 words, sharp, fiery, and ready for delivery. Surround yourself with power. Nothing will shape your destiny faster than the people, places, and environments you allow around you. You can have all the ambition in the world, but if you live in an atmosphere of weakness, your fire will die. You can have all the talent, but if you keep company with doubt, your confidence will rot. Power is contagious, and so is failure. The question is, what are you catching daily? Look closely at the people around you. Are they builders or are they destroyers? Do they push you forward or pull you back? Every word you hear is influence. Every conversation is programming. When you spend your time with small thinkers, you will shrink. When you sit with complainers, you will learn to complain. When you keep company with the defeated, you will absorb their habits of quitting. But when you surround yourself with winners, your vision expands. When you stay close to dreamers, your hope strengthens. When you align yourself with disciplined warriors, your own discipline sharpens. You are a reflection of your circle. Understand this truth. Isolation is dangerous, but the wrong company is worse. The average man fails not because he lacks ability, but because he allows the wrong voices to dictate his future. Someone told him to be realistic. Someone told him to settle down. Someone laughed at his vision. And instead of surrounding himself with power, he surrounded himself with poison. Slowly his fire dimmed, and he never rose again. That will not be you. You must guard your environment with ruthless attention. The world is already heavy enough. Life will test you with setbacks, failures, and pain. The last thing you need is people who make the load heavier. You need people who will remind you why you started, who will demand your best, who will speak greatness into you even when you doubt yourself. These are not just friends, they are fuel. Their energy becomes your energy. Their courage becomes your courage. Their belief strengthens your own. And when the battle comes, you will not stand alone. You will stand on the shoulders of giants. Do not confuse loyalty with limitation. Too many people stay trapped in weak circ. Less because they feel guilty leaving. They say, "I've known them for years," or "What family, I can't walk away." But hear this clearly. You cannot save someone by sinking with them. You cannot rise by clinging to anchors. If someone refuses to grow, you must let them go. That does not mean hate. That does not mean arrogance. It means protecting your destiny. You owe it to yourself, to your future, to your vision, to surround yourself only with those who lift you higher. Power is not just people, it is also places. Where you spend your time shapes your state. A cluttered environment creates a cluttered mind. A toxic environment breeds a toxic spirit. But when you put yourself in powerful places, gyms, libraries, workspaces, arenas of growth, you absorb the energy of progress. Every environment is fertilizer or poison. Be deliberate about where you plant yourself. And power is not just physical, it is mental. The voices you allow in your ears and the messages you feed your eyes matter. Books are companions. Videos are teachers. Music is influence. Podcasts are mentors. Every day you are surrounded by voices, and they are either lifting you or breaking you. Choose wisely. A single book can change your identity. A single speech can rewire your thinking. A single mentor's words can save you years of wasted effort. This is why you must never feed on weak voices. Cut out the gossip, the negativity, the distraction. Replace it with knowledge, strength, and inspiration. This is why the successful live differently. They are not reckless about their circle. They are strategic. They do not waste time with energy thieves. They guard their energy like treasure. They are deliberate about who has access to their mind, their vision, and their time. They know that one wrong influence can sabotage years of progress, while one powerful influence can accelerate decades of growth. If you want to rise, you must surround yourself with people who force you to rise. If you want greatness, you must stay close to greatness. The truth is simple. Alone you can achieve much, but with the right circle you can achieve the impossible. A single spark can light a flame, but a wildfire is born when sparks collide. That is the power of the right environment. It multiplies your strength. So ask yourself now, who is in your circle? Do they challenge you or comfort you into weakness? Do they inspire you or drain you? Do they believe in your vision or laugh at it? If the answer does not push you higher, it is time to change your surroundings. Surround yourself with power. Do it without apology. Do it without hesitation. Do it as if your life depends on it, because it does. You will never rise above the level of your environment. You will never outgrow the voices you allow around you. But if you place yourself in the company of strength, if you fill your ears with greatness, if you stand in environments charged with progress, then nothing can stop you. Your future is not just shaped by what is inside you, it is shaped by what is around you. And when what is inside you and what is around you are both powerful, success is not a dream, it is destiny. Surround yourself with power and watch how high you rise. Destroy negative input. Do not manage it, do not tolerate it, do not negotiate with it, destroy it. Nothing kills success faster than a constant stream of poison entering your mind. One negative word, one toxic voice, one piece of garbage content can undo hours of discipline, days of belief, years of growth. Your mind is the battlefield, and negative input is the enemy's weapon. If you allow it to enter, you have already surrendered. Every day the world is firing shots at you. Headlines built to scare you, people designed to doubt you, media programmed to distract you, music that glorifies weakness, friends who celebrate failure. If you are not careful, you will absorb all of it, and you will not even realize how much it has shaped you. Suddenly your faith is weak, or your vision is blurred, your confidence is shaken. Not because you lost your ability, but because you let the wrong input invade your system. Guarding against negativity is not optional, it is survival. You must treat every word you hear, every image you see, every voice you allow in your circle as food for your mind. If it feeds you power, consume it. If it drains you, cut it out. Just like you would not drink poison and expect to live, you cannot consume negativity and expect to thrive. This is where most people fail. They work hard on their goals, but allow endless streams of negativity to flood their mind daily. They listen to critics. They argue with doubters. They scroll endlessly through garbage designed to keep them distracted. They laugh at weak entertainment, not realizing it is programming their subconscious to settle. They wake up already behind because their environment is louder than their purpose. That is why they quit, not because they lacked talent, but because why drowned in negative input. You must decide today that you will no longer be a victim of negativity. Cut out the doubters who speak fear into you. Block the voices who laugh at your dreams. Refuse to engage with the gossip that wastes your time. Unplug from media that thrives on fear. Every moment you spend entertaining weakness is a moment stolen from your greatness. Some will call it extreme. They will say you are too serious. But hear me clearly, success demands extremity. If you want average, consume what average people consume. But if you want greatness, you must be ruthless with what enters your mind. Protect it like a warrior protects his sword. Keep it sharp, keep it clean, keep it ready. When you destroy negative input, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes clear. You begin to hear your own voice again. You begin to see your vision without fog. You begin to feel strength rising instead of fear pulling you down. Most people have never experienced this clarity because they are addicted to negativity. They cannot go a day without drama, without distraction, without fear. But you must break the addiction. Replace the poison with power. Fill your ears with voices that inspire you. Fill your eyes with visions that lift you. Fill your mind with knowledge that sharpens you. Feed your spirit with stories of victory. Surround yourself with messages of growth. Just as weeds cannot survive in healthy soil, negativity cannot survive in a mind constantly filled with strength. And remember, negativity is not always obvious. It can come disguised as a joke, as advice, as love. Sometimes the most dangerous input comes from those closest to you. A family member who tells you not to dream too big, a friend who says you've changed, a colleague who mocks your ambition. Do not let their disguised poison slip past your guard. Love them if you must, but protect your mind first. You cannot save anyone else if you do not save yourself. You must train yourself to be Al. Allergic to negativity. The moment you sense it, reject it. The moment you hear it, silence it. The moment you feel it, cut it out. Do not let it sit in your system for a second. The longer it lingers, the deeper it roots. Kill it fast, kill it completely, and replace it with strength. Destroy negative input and your life will change faster than you can imagine. Suddenly, opportunities will appear that you once overlooked. Suddenly, energy will return that you thought was gone forever. Suddenly, belief will burn so strong inside you that nothing can put it out. Why? Because negativity was never just noise, it was a chain. And the moment you break it, you are free. So be ruthless. Guard your mind with your life. Destroy every source of weakness. Feed only on power. Because the truth is this, your results are a reflection of your input. Garbage in, garbage out, power in, power out. If you want a life of greatness, then you must build a mind of greatness. And that begins by destroying my negative influence that dares to enter. Do not tolerate it, do not excuse it, do not let it live another second. Destroy it completely. And when you do, the path ahead will open wide and nothing will stand between you and victory. Destroy negative input and watch how fast your life transforms. Discipline your habits, because your future is nothing more than the accumulation of what you do every single day. Success is not a mystery, it is a pattern. Failure is not an accident, it is a pattern. Your habits are either dragging you down or lifting you up, either pulling you closer to your vision or pushing you further away. If you want to predict your future, look at your habits today. They are writing the script of your life whether you realize it or not. Most people want success, but they live with habits that guarantee failure. They sleep late, they waste time, they feed on distractions, they procrastinate, they give in to weakness. And then they wonder why they are stuck. They sigh. Success is about luck or opportunity, when in reality, it is about discipline. Doing the right things daily, whether you feel like it or not. Your feelings do not shape your destiny, your habits do. The truth is brutal but clear. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Goals are dreams on paper. Habits are the engine that makes them real. You can want success with every cell of your body, but if your daily routines are weak, you will never touch it. Desire without discipline is wasted energy. Ambition without structure is chaos. Discipline means you no longer negotiate with yourself. Weak people bargain with their feelings. They say, I'll do it when I feel motivated. I'll work when it's convenient. I'll train when I'm in the mood. Strong people remove the debate. They decide once, then they execute daily. They wake up when it's time, not when they feel like it. They do the work whether energy is high or low. They stay consistent whenever. None else quits. That is the power of discipline. It removes choice. It removes hesitation. It removes weakness. Understand this. Your habits are training your subconscious every day. Each small action sends a message. When you skip the workout, you are teaching yourself that comfort is more important than progress. When you scroll instead of studying, you are programming laziness into your identity. But when you show up, when you follow through, when you do the hard thing even when it burns, you are building a self-image of strength. Eventually, you no longer force discipline. It becomes who you are. Habits are small, but their power is massive. A single disciplined action repeated daily transforms your entire life. Reading a book a day for years will make you an expert. Saving a little money consistently will make you wealthy. Training your body daily will make you unstoppable. Conversely, small undisciplined actions also accumulate. One excuse leads to two, one skipped day become a pattern, one indulgence becomes an addiction. That is why you must control your habits with iron discipline, because they never stay small, they grow. Most people lose not because they lacked talent, but because they lacked structure. They had the dream, but no daily plan. They had the energy, but no direction. Without disciplined habits, their potential was wasted. Do not make the same mistake. Build systems that lock your future in place. Create routines so strong that success becomes automatic, and do not wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is an illusion. Discipline means you start now with what you have, where you are. You do not wait for motivation, you create momentum. You do not wait for the mood, you create the routine. Each time you act, you strengthen the muscle of discipline, and soon that muscle becomes unbreakable. But understand this, discipline will cost you. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you leisure. It will cost you easy pleasures, the undisciplined. Life is tempting because it feels free in the moment. But the price of undisciplined living is regret, weakness, and wasted years. The price of discipline is struggle today, but freedom tomorrow. Every choice has a cost. Choose the cost that builds your future, not the one that destroys it. Look at any great achiever in history, and you will find disciplined habits at the core. The greatest athletes train relentlessly, even when the cameras are off. The most successful entrepreneurs work tirelessly, even after the money comes. The strongest leaders follow strict routines that sharpen their minds and bodies daily. Greatness is not an event, it is a lifestyle forged through discipline. So examine your life right now. What habits are serving you? What habits are sabotaging you? Be ruthless. Eliminate what weakens you. Replace it with what strengthens you. Build a morning routine that launches your day with power. Build an evening routine that closes your day with intention. Build Dale. Why rituals that lock your vision into your reality? Do it every day until it becomes instinct. Discipline your habits, and your habits will discipline your life. They will carry you when motivation fades. They will hold you steady when distractions roar. They will keep you moving when fear tries to paralyze you. Habits are the silent force that decides whether you live as a victim of your impulses or as the master of your destiny. You already have habits. The question is, are they creating the future you want? If not, then change them today. Do not delay. Do not wait. Do not excuse. Break the old. Build the new. And once you build it, guard it with your life. Because when your habits are disciplined, your success is guaranteed. Not by chance, not by luck, by law. Discipline your habits and your future will be unstoppable. Speak only power, because every word you release is a command to your future. Your tongue is a weapon, either cutting your own destiny to pieces or carving out weakness in your path. Weak words create weak lives, words of doubt, words of fear, words of limitation. They program the mind to surrender before the battle even begins. But words of strength, words of certainty, words of power, they program the mind to conquer. You must speak only power, because your words are not empty sounds. They are seeds planted into the soil of your subconscious, and they will grow into the reality you live. Most people destroy themselves without even knowing it. They say, I can't, I'm not good enough, it's impossible, I'll never make it. And their mind believes them. Every time they repeat these curses, they reinforce chains around their potential. They lock themselves inside the prison of their own language. Understand this: your words don't just describe your life, they design your life. They are blueprints for your destiny. If you want strength, speak strength. If you want courage, speak courage. If you want success, speak success. The world responds to condition. The subconscious responds to repetition. Speak only power until it becomes your natural language, until every syllable out of your mouth reinforces who you are becoming, not who you used to be. When you speak power, you activate something deep inside. You light a fire in your spirit that no storm can put out. Say will win. Win. Say I will rise. Say I will not stop until my vision becomes reality. Speak it when you wake up. Speak it when you're tired. Speak it when the obstacles pile high. Your words are the fuel that keeps the engine of persistence alive. Do not allow weak talk around you. Refuse to participate in gossip, negativity, or complaint. The moment you join that conversation, you poison your spirit. Protect your mouth like you protect your mind, because words spoken carelessly are just as dangerous as thoughts left unchecked. And it's not only what you speak to others, it's what you speak to yourself that matters most. Your self-talk is the soundtrack of your destiny. If that soundtrack is filled with doubt, fear, and excuses, you will move through life heavy and defeated. But if that soundtrack is filled with affirmations of power, faith, and resilience, you will walk with unshakable confidence. Some will call it unrealistic. They will laugh when you declare, I am destined for greatness. I will break through. I am unstoppable. Let them laugh. Their mockery is their limitation. Their disbelief is their chain. Do not let their small words shrink your vision. Keep speaking power until your results silence their doubts. Remember, the same people who laugh at your declarations today will be the same people asking for your secrets tomorrow. Speaking power is not empty arrogance. It is mental warfare. You are training your subconscious to obey. You are aligning your inner world with your outer mission. The tongue is small, but it steers the whole ship. If your words are negative, your ship drifts into failure. If your words are powerful, your ship cuts through storms and heads straight toward destiny. The greatest leaders, the greatest achievers, the greatest visionaries all mastered the language of power. They spoke victory in the face of defeat. They declared freedom when chains were still around their wrists. They spoke empires into existence before a single brick was laid. That is the force of words. They shape reality long before the evidence appears. So every day, discipline your mouth. Remove words of weakness. Erase phrases like "and he can't," and "son, I don't know," and "maybe," and "someday." Replace them with "and maybe," and "son will," and "I must" today. Your vocabulary must align with your vision. Words are not just communication, they are creation. And remember, power spoken without action is noise, but power spoken with action is destiny. Let your words ignite your discipline. Let them command your body into motion. Let them push you when fatigue whispers. But stop. Speak life into your mission and then move relentlessly toward it. Words and actions together are an unstoppable force. There will be days when fear tries to creep in, days when doubt screams louder than faith. On those days, your weapon is your tongue. Do not let silence hand the victory to your fear. Speak back. Declare, I am greater than this challenge. I was built for this fight. I will overcome. Say it even if your voice shakes. Say it until your spirit steadies. Say it until your fear retreats. Words create atmosphere, and atmosphere shapes action. Speak only power, and your life will reflect it. Because the truth is this, you are always speaking your future into being, whether you know it or not. Every casual sentence, every frustrated remark, every quiet whisper is forming the architecture of your destiny. Do not waste that power on weakness. Do not waste it on complaint. Aim it like a sword, sharpen it with faith, and strike with conviction. Speak power until your language leaves no room for doubt. Speak power until everyone around you feels. Speak power until your mind bends, your habits shift, your results explode. The words you choose will either enslave you or free you. Choose power, speak it daily, speak it relentlessly. Speak it until the life you declare is the life you live. Feed on knowledge and inspiration because your mind is starving for direction, and what you feed it will decide whether you rise or whether you rot. Just like the body cannot survive without food, the mind cannot survive without nourishment. But most people consume mental junk, scrolling through endless distractions, gossip, negativity, and nonsense that adds no strength to their lives. They wonder why their dreams feel weak, why their courage collapses, why their vision fades. It is because they are feeding their minds poison and expecting greatness to grow. If you want power, feed on power. If you want strength, feed on strength. If you want success, feed on the knowledge and inspiration that will shape you into the person capable of achieving it. Your environment is already trying to brainwash you with mediocrity. Every headline, every distraction, every weak conversation is pulling you towards smallness. If you don't take control of what you feed your mind, you will be dragged into the pit of average. But when you deliberately fuel yourself with books, speeches, mentors, wisdom, strategies, and voices of power, you rise above the noise. You begin to think differently, see differently, act differently. Knowledge sharpens your strategy. Inspiration fuels your fire. Together they make you unstoppable. There are two kinds of food for the mind, the destructive and the constructive. Destructive food is easy to find. It's the gossip, the drama, the endless social media noise designed to make you addicted and distracted. It feels good in the moment, but it leaves you empty, weak, and unmotivated. Constructive food is harder to find because it requires intention. It is the wisdom of great minds, the lessons of failure and succeed, strategies hidden in books, the courage found in stories of those who overcame. It doesn't just entertain you, it equips you. It doesn't just pass time, it multiplies your time by making you more effective. The world is divided between those who spend their lives consuming trash and those who discipline their minds to consume greatness. Which side you stand on decides everything, because no matter how ambitious you are, if your mind is weak, your actions will be weak. And no matter how much talent you have, if your inspiration dies, you will quit before victory arrives. Knowledge gives you direction. Inspiration gives you fuel. Without both, you are lost. Look at anyone who has achieved extraordinary results. They were addicted to learning. They fed on knowledge until they became masters. They studied those who came before them. They learned from mistakes and successes, and they applied that wisdom relentlessly. They surrounded themselves with voices that kept their fire alive when the world tried to extinguish it. They fed on power, and that power shaped their destiny. Do not underestimate the influence of what enters your mind. Every book you read is a conversation with a mind greater than yours. Every speech you listen to is fuel that can ignite your spirit. Every wise word you absorb becomes a seed, and one seed can grow into a forest of breakthroughs in your life. But you must feed daily. Just as your body weakens without food, your mind weakens without nourishment. Inspiration fades fast. You must renew it every day. Knowledge becomes dull. You must sharpen it constantly. Feeding on knowledge and inspiration requires discipline. You must replace hours of distraction with hours of study. Replace meaningless noise with meaningful lessons. Instead of being entertained by those who waste their lives, be educated by those who conquered theirs. Instead of filling your ears with complaints, fill them with power. When your daily diet is filled with wisdom, why our thoughts elevate, your vision